Later guys, so it is February 2nd, or is it 3rd? Not sure, I think it's the 2nd though. Ooh, what's this? I got a hair going all wily. So we're out doing our hot tent adventure, and one of the things I want to talk about a little bit was this FireHiking Hot Tent that I've been using. I'm probably going to go over my wood stove as well, but let's check this hot tent out real quick. Just a quick review and what I think about it. So I'm going to turn this camera on. So there it is, FireHiking. This thing I bought off Amazon. So probably the cheapest or lowest price one-person hot tent you can purchase. So, but it's got some nice qualities to it. I was actually very, very surprised at how well this thing is put together for a $100 tent. So one of the things is it's got 6 tie-out points, and each one of these tie-out points has some adjustments so you can pull and tighten things up. It's got also 6 tie-out points or guy lines from the center of the tent as well, all the way around to help pull the middle of the tent out. And them are also reflective, so if you do wake up at night and nature's calling, you gotta go take a walk, you come back with your headlight on, you can see the guy lines real well, and you don't have to trip on them. So that's some of them features. Hold on a second here. All right, so one of the other things that I like about this FireHiking Hot Tent is it's got this built-in stove jack. Now this has been burned in 3 times. It's not even showing any burn marks at all. And I've had a few times where I've had my pipe cherry red. But this flap also just rolls out of the way. There's a little toggle right here. Secures it so it stays up out of the way. So that's a really nice feature. This stove jack can also be replaced if something does happen to it. But said this will be time number 3 out. We've been 2 times out with this thing, and it's holding up very, very well. So just wanted to point that out. So another thing about this FireHiking tent I was super surprised about. I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's let me turn this. You can see everything is double stitched all the way around, all the way to the ground. It's reinforced up where the pole goes, but not only is it double stitched, but everything is seam taped. So this thing has been, the first night out I had it raining and I didn't have any leaking at all. So that is another feature that I do like about the FireHiking Hot Tent. Then we have our vent, which is right there. We got this little strap that goes here. Helps hold the vent open to release air. Then you have your door. You can see the door is really nice, really wide. The zipper is underneath this flap here. We have toggles to hold the door open. And there it is, zipped up. So yeah, that's the basics of the FireHiking Hot Tent. I've really been enjoying this thing a lot. I think it's a great little tent for the money. So anyways, we'll get on to some other stuff with this camp out. But I did want to share just a quick thought about this very inexpensive hot tent. Later guys, so I want to talk about my stove a little bit that I made, my homemade wood stove for my hot tent. So this was just galvanized metal, bought from Menards. One of the pieces I took, cut a hole in, pounded it all in so the pipe could fit within there. One of the things I was concerned about when I built this thing so I could take it apart and haul it in flat and then reassemble it if I wanted to. And I actually haven't done that yet. I just been bringing it out assembled. But one of the things that if you've been watching the channel at all, you'll see that I have small little gaps throughout, and you'll see flame and whatever when at night when the stove is burning. I thought that was going to be an issue putting smoke into the tent, but it doesn't. All the smoke drafts out, and all that does is actually suck a little bit of air in and help keep the stove going when the door is closed. And then when I have the stove damper down, it still draws a little bit of air, keeps the stove nice and hot, but doesn't burn the wood too fast. And it has not released. My biggest concern was if that was going to release smoke into the tent, and it has not. I've used it several times now, and it's worked really well. So up here I got just a couple of hinges that we fashioned in using some sheet metal screws. That's what holds that, the door in itself. Then we got just a little piece of metal that I had bent, and then that's being held in by a screw and a wing nut. I don't know if you can see that or not. And I bent another piece of metal here and pop riveted that in. So when I close the door, it just latches, and that's all there is to it. My legs are just long bolts with some wing nuts, so I can just tighten it down and take it apart very easily if I wanted to. So I do have some floor grates. And these I put these inside the stove, and that's what the wood sits on. And just gives it a little bit of air moving underneath the fire, and a place for the coals and embers to go down into to get below the fire as the stove is burning. So that's that. And then the last thing we did, sorry, I'm getting cold so my nose is running a little bit, is I installed a damper into my stove. Without the damper, this thing would burn like crazy. So you can see this is like a drywall wing nut. Got a nut here to help hold it in place. 2 nuts on the other side so it's locked in. So when this is going up and down the pipe, it's wide open. When it's crosswise to the pipe, the damper is closed. So open, close. Now you can see there's room on either side, so it doesn't shut it down completely. There's always a little bit of draft. But that little damper, holy cow, does that save on the firewood and keep a nice even temperature in the tent. So that was a nice little addition. So homemade stove, homemade damper, working really, really well. So anyways, I'm gonna let you guys go, and I'm gonna get this thing installed in the tent, and yeah, probably get a fire going here before too long. Hey there guys, so yeah, I get a little sweaty. I'm out gathering up some firewood, trudging through the snow and whatnot. And one of the things you don't want to do is get sweaty, you know, when cold. And it's going to be, like I said, I don't know what the temperature is right now. It's cold, I can tell you that. And you can see I got my hat off. I'm layered down. I'm trying to cool off, but I'm actually sweaty, and that's dangerous. So I'm not overly concerned, because I do have a change of clothes for bed, and I'll have the hot tent, I'll have the stove going there. But sweat and cold is dangerous. You know, I'm not a survivalist. I mean, there's guys you can get on YouTube who'll teach you everything you want to know. I'm just a guy who likes to get out in the woods, and I'm not gonna put myself in too much danger. I'm not too far away from help if needed it, or to get myself out of a bad situation. So yeah, I mean, if you're watching my channel, watch it just strictly for fun. Don't do what I do. I'm not a pro. If you want to learn survival techniques, and you want to learn bushcraft techniques, and you want to learn all that stuff, there are some amazing guys and gals on YouTube you can learn that stuff from. But if you just want to watch a guy go out in the woods, see if he can make it through a night and survive, you know, I'm your guy. You know, if you're looking for a derelict who's out for some shenanigans, I'm definitely your guy. Don't do what I do, because you might get in trouble. Or if you do what I do, make sure you're in a situation you can get home or get somewhere safe so you don't die. Being outdoors, especially in bad weather, is dangerous, and you got to be careful. But anyways, I enjoy getting out. I always have. And yeah, so I just wanted to check in. I'm going to continue to get some work done. We're going to be cooking a nice meal later, so we'll get after that. My outdoor fire is dying on me. I'm not doing a good job today. But anyways, I'm going to get back after it. I need to gather more wood and cut more wood and be prepared, because it is going to be a cold, cold night tonight. All right, I'll check in with you guys later. Hey, so yeah, we're looking like it's about 5:45 or something like that in the evening here. And it is cold out. My toes are cold. But I'm in a hot tent. The tent is warm, and we're gonna start working on some dinner. We're gonna make something with some summer sausage. So I'm gonna do the best I can do to try to take you guys along on this little journey of making some dinner. I don't know how good I'll do at this, but let's give this a whirl. All right, I'm gonna pause you for a second and resituate the camera and get some food ready here. Do some prep. All right, we'll talk to you in a bit. All right, so we're gonna make something with some summer sausage here. So, got some Walworth summer sausage. I think maybe we'll do about a little less than half of it, maybe 1/3 of it. So what we're gonna do is cut this up, and then we'll cube it up and put it in a frying pan. So it's gonna be, we're doing something with some summer sausage. We're gonna have some pasta, some heavy cream, a green pepper. So we'll start out by cubing this up. I'm not quite sure how much to put in here. We're just gonna wing it a little bit here, I guess. Here's another piece we're cutting too big. You know what we gotta do with that? Oh, try a bite. That's what we're gonna do with that. That might be plenty. We'll take one more for ourselves. I don't know. I've never done this before, and I gotta have pasta plus this. So now we'll take green pepper. I don't need a bunch, although I like a bunch of green pepper. We'll add that to this dish. Well, snow ain't gonna hurt nothing, eh? Okay. So we have those two added together. Okay. Now, I'm not a chef by any means, so take some olive oil. May have wanted to add that first. I don't know. Like I said, again, I don't know even how much to add. we're just gonna throw some in there, see what happens, eh? So we'll put that up on the stove here. Oh, one of the things I forgot to do here, we gotta get some water going for noodles. Again, I don't know how much water we're going to need. So I'm going to work on that right there. Okay, so hold on a second, guys. So I should have got the water going a little bit earlier. Maybe I'll put the meat to the side for a minute, because I got to get noodles made up. Actually, though, maybe I can cook them both at the same time, because I do have to get the meat and the green pepper to cook down a little bit. So yeah, so we're gonna work on that. I'll bring you guys back in a little bit as we get this happening here. So anyways, I'll be back with you in a minute. All right, so the meat and the green peppers, you can hear them starting to heat up. Like I said, I'm not even quite sure what I'm doing here, but waiting for this water to boil so I can get the noodles going. Of course, I may not have enough water in there. I better add a little bit more. Dang, burn it. Which sucks, because we're almost at a boil. But if we have to, we can slide the meat and the green pepper off the stove for a bit if we have to. Not a big deal here. So anyways, I'll bring you guys back in a little bit, but things are starting to happen here. All right, so we need to add some of this into that pot. Been waiting for quite a while for it to boil. And I don't know what the heck the deal is. So I don't know if I should just go ahead and add, because it's hot, it's just not boiling, and I need to get these noodles going, or geez Louise, I'm afraid I'm not gonna get to eat dinner tonight. It's gonna be morning. Yeah, so I think we're just gonna go ahead and add some noodles. What do you guys think? Let's just do it. I think that's probably enough. Maybe a couple more just for good measure. Sure. Yeah, I think that'll work. I'll come back to you guys in a minute. So, anyways, actually no, I'm lying. Here's what I'm gonna do. We had the meat all warmed up. We'll bring it back to warm again. What we gotta do is we're gonna add some heavy cream to the meat here in a little bit. We'll let these noodles cook up. Bring the meat back up to temperature. Get these veggies cooking down some more. I figured I could do that while noodles were doing their thing. So, yeah. Let me tell you, it is cold outside. And even with this thing blazing, this tent is, I don't know. I might have to go get some more wood yet tonight. And I got a fair amount, but I'm gonna have to keep this fire cranking tonight, I think, to stay warm. So, anyways, I'll bring you back in a little bit here once I get the noodles cooked up, and I'll bring you to the process where we got to get the heavy cream into the meat and get that thickening up and whatnot. So I'll be back with you guys in a little bit. Alright, so our next step here is to add some heavy whipping cream. To that. I don't know exactly how much again. We're just gonna wing it as one would when they're out in the woods. So apparently we're supposed to let that cook till it thickens, right? Now as we're waiting for that to happen, I'm gonna find my knife again. We got some Monterey Jack we're gonna add. How much should we add? Half? A quarter? Let's say a quarter, because, yeah, why not? We'll set this to the side for something else later, or even a snack later. Who knows? What did I do with my knife? There it is. I have no idea how long it's going to take to cook down. We'll pull the noodles off. Set them to the side for the time being. I don't know what we got in there. Some type of floater. Coal or something, who knows. Oh, there's another. Oh, coals. We got coals in there. Okay. So yeah. Not quite sure how we got coals in our whatever. Couple of coals never hurt nobody today. I don't even know. I have no idea how long that's going to take to cook down. I can tell you this, my leg fell asleep. So there's that. So I'm going to pause for a second here. I got to make an adjustment. All right. So the cream, oh, that's looking thick. Smelling really, really, really good. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. So we are gonna, I've already went out and emptied out the noodles. So this may be too much cheese, may not be enough cheese. Who am I kidding? You can never have too much cheese, right? So I'm gonna take that. I'm gonna add in that. Oh my gosh. Again, I don't know if I'm doing it right or wrong or indifferent. I have no idea. But here's what I do know. We are going to let that thicken up a little bit, and then we're going to be eating. Bring you guys back when I plate it. Oh my goodness, guys. Look at how beautiful that looks. Let's throw some in the frying pan that we just were using. That's going to be our plate. And see how this is. Okay. A couple more things to add here. If I can get this door open. So we'll add some bacon bits. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. And even though we got lots of cheese in there already, we'll add a sprinkling of sharp cheddar. And you know what I need? A fork. I need a fork. Things are getting crazy here. Alright guys. Oh my goodness, this camera is being a little bit of a bugger here. Of course, lights are an issue too. Sorry about the lighting issue. So here's what we got. Is it going to be good? You want first bite? I bet you do. Let me tell you guys. That is frickin' that's awesome. No idea what I just made. So we got summer sausage. We got green peppers, heavy cream, oh, some bacon bits, Monterey Jack, just a menagerie of stuff here. And is it wonderful? Yeah guys, that was fun. So I'm gonna eat dinner. I'm gonna enjoy dinner, and I will get back to you guys after a while, after I get things cleaned up and whatnot. So yeah, one more bite. You guys want one more bite? Don't blame me if you want one more bite. Let me tell you. Oh yeah. Eating good in a hot tent, man, that is a lot of fun. All right, I'll talk to you guys after a while. I gotta enjoy dinner. I really gotta enjoy dinner. All right, so what do we got in here? Looks like we're right around 30 degrees in here, and that's at floor level. I mean, that's probably 7-8 inches off the floor. So the snow's right there. Yeah, it's probably maybe only 5 or 6 inches even. So that floor level in here is 30 degrees. At I don't know what it is outside right now. I need to get one of those thermometers where you can have an inside and outside reading. I don't have one. Next winter I'll have one for sure, so we can be able to see what the different temperatures are. But yeah, it is cold outside. I know that. But I think we're gonna have a good night tonight, as long as I can, keep the fire burning. She gets down on fire. I mean, as long as I got coals in there, it stays, tolerable. And I got sleeping gear that's gonna work out. I mean, it's not good for -19 by any stretch, but it's good enough for 30 degrees. So if I can keep the inside of this tent anywhere from 15, even 10 degrees to 30 degrees, I'll be fine. If I fire dies out or I run out of firewood, I will be hoofing her to the snowmobile, which is probably 100 yards from me, and then getting on the snowmobile and heading back to the house, because I will not be able to make it through the night. I don't have the proper sleeping gear for negative temperatures. So I need this stove to work out for me. But yeah, so far things are looking good. Things are looking real good. I'm comfortable. I got this big flannel on. I let the fire die way down, and just trying to conserve on wood a little bit. But I'm going to use this big flannel for a pillow tonight and whatnot, so I don't need it when I'm in the sleeping bags. But yeah, things are going good. Things are going good. I may or may not check in with you guys later. Might just be in the morning when I wake up. But it's super quiet right now. The wind has died down. The wind was kicking earlier, and that was a little troublesome, because it would come through. I put snow around the base of the tent just because, boy, that wind would come through, and it was cold, really, really cold, even with the fire going. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta cover up. I just left, some air, so I have airflow. I got an air vent up top, but I also want to be able to draw air in. So I left some openings, but I tried to fill in most of the areas, because this is a floorless tent, just a floating tent. So I need to cover them gaps, because it was pretty rough there for a bit. But anyways, yeah, other than that, I'm expecting it to be a successful night, but anything can happen. Again, I am not professional at this. There's guys out there on YouTube who are survivalists, and then you got true hikers. I'm not a hiker. I got a terrible knee, terrible back, bad. I mean, my body's so messed up. I couldn't. Yeah, I still want to get out and enjoy, but I couldn't do what some of these guys do, and they'll walk for miles and miles and miles and set up and whatnot. Even a mile. I might walk in a mile. I mean, I could do some walking, but if I hit just the right angle or step, or who knows, all of a sudden my left knee is shot, and then I'll be looking for help. So, but I still like to get out, So just because you got situations going on doesn't mean you can't get out and enjoy nature. And that's the thing, But if you're looking for, survivalists and all that stuff, and good stuff, there's guys out there that got great channels. I love watching them talk about lightweight gear and just different things to do to keep your packs light and travel light. And there's other guys out there who are amazing bushcraft guys and survivalists, whatnot. I'm just a trucker who likes to get out. I used to like to get out when I was young, and I didn't do it for many years, and last year I had issues with my heart. So we got that thing squared away. I'm like, I got to get back out and do the things that I enjoy doing, and find ways to do the things that I like to do. And camping was one of the things that I always really enjoyed when I was younger. So I know that I can't, go on massive hikes, and I can't do certain things. I'm limited, but I can still have fun within my limitations. And that's the thing I think we all need to realize. You don't have to be in perfect health or perfect situation, in even the most perfect equipment to get out and have fun. You just get out there and go have fun. I wouldn't say do the things I do, especially if you're going to get way the hell out there. You might get yourself in trouble. I'm not far from anything because I can't be. So if things go awry, I can get help, or I can potentially get myself to help. But still like getting out. And it's going to be like -19 tonight. And I'm in a hot tent. I'm only a quarter mile from help. Probably 100 yards from my snowmobile. So, yeah. Oh, the wind's kicking up a little bit. Anyways, just something to think about, guys. I just wanted to share some of my thoughts as I'm sitting here in the peace and quiet and relaxing. That if an old guy with a bad knee, not the greatest heart, bad back, can get out here and enjoy being out, so can you. So yeah. So don't limit yourself. Don't limit yourself. That's all I'm saying. And if you really want to learn some really cool stuff, there are some great channels out there. If you want to just come along and enjoy, watch what I do, Trucker John's Outdoor Shenanigans, just getting out here and enjoying life. Yeah, hit that like button and follow and share, because it's all about just getting out and having fun. And I appreciate you guys coming along with me. It's a lot of fun. I like sharing with y'all. So, well, thanks for coming along, and thanks for listening, I guess. God, that was long-winded. I usually don't talk that much, but yeah. Just wanted to share. So, anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. I may not check in till morning. If I don't talk to you guys again tonight, you guys have a good night. And we'll see you at coffee in the morning. Hopefully right here in the tent at -19. So, see you in the morning. Good morning. So, yeah. Third night out in a FireHiking Hot Tent. And we had some, I'm not exactly sure what the temperature outside was. According to the weather, it was supposed to be in the negative teens Fahrenheit. I don't know what that is on Celsius, but negative teens Fahrenheit. And I stayed warm and dry, and not that I was expecting to get wet in those temperatures, but there's some frost on the tent this morning. Most frost I've had, so it's got to be cold outside. But the FireHiking Hot Tent and my homemade wood stove, success. I'm really, really happy with this hot tent. So, anyways, we'll talk to you guys later. Alright guys, I'm in teardown mode. So I got some stuff all wrapped up. It's about done. Stove is still in there. It's cold. I've had to put my gloves on the stove. There's still some coals in the stove. Warm up my gloves because my fingers will get so cold just wrapping up the sleeping bags and doing things. It is unbelievably cold. Fortunately, there's no wind, so that's nice. But yeah, I'm going to continue to get, actually I'm going to haul this stuff that I got packed up to the snowmobile and put it in the sled, and then come back down and get this tent wrapped up and get the coals poured out of the stove and get that hauled up. So I'll check in with you guys maybe one more time here before we're done. But anyways, this is a successful night. It is cold. Look at the moisture building on the mustache. But anyways, I'll talk to you guys in a while. Alright guys, that's it for this one. Thanks for joining me on this camp out. We had a lot of fun. See you in the next one.